Welcome back. Stories of G, stuff that happened to me. And we are not in the bathroom, with or without a backdrop. We are in the living room, in a far more storytelling type atmosphere. I think you'll agree. So, yeah, welcome back. This will be video number 7, I believe. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, which would be there, I reckon. So yeah, welcome back. I'm going to tell you about my time in Madagascar. This would have been 2001. I went to Madagascar with Julian, Jay. We went to see the eclipse of the sun, and also we went on a mission which we dreamt up when we had shared an apartment together in Kings Lynn after college back in like 91, 92 time. At that time, he had this book called Last Chance to See, which is all about, it had been written by Douglas Adams, who wrote Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And it was just a factual book about him going around the world to see these various animals around the world, which was potentially the last time you got to see them because they were endangered. We read that book, we thought that'd be great, love to do that. Many years later, we both moved to Spain independently in sort of after having lost contact, planned to move to Spain within a few months of each other, and we sort of got back in contact and we met up and we thought, right, let's do this, let's go to Madagascar. There was an eclipse coming up, as I said in a previous video, there was an eclipse. I said, right, I'm going to go to Madagascar and I'm going to see it. Got there. That's another story. After the eclipse, we travelled north and we went up to this, we flew into Setra, which was this tiny little airport town in the rainforest in the north of Madagascar. As we flew in, as we landed, there was just sort of like cows eating the grass on the side of the runway. The terminal was a shed, just a shed, literally just a shed. It was brilliant. It was an amazing few days up there. And while we were there, I'll tell you more about that another time. While we were there, we went to Nosey Mangabe. It's this little island. It's in a bay. If you're looking at the map of Madagascar, it has this kind of big peninsula on the northeast, and inside that, at the very top of the inlet bay area, is a town called Setra. And Nosey Mangabe, the island we went to, is just off the coast. Now we went there to see the eye, which is a type of lemur. Lemurs are pretty much only found in Madagascar. There are a few found in other places, but mostly in Madagascar. And the eye is a particular type of lemur. It has really big eyes. It's nocturnal, and it has this very elongated middle index finger or middle finger. I can't remember. One of those. And it uses it to put inside tree holes and pull out grubs. It has this much longer, sort of this much longer finger, which it uses to get grubs out of trees. It only comes out at night. Very, very endangered, very rare. Was persecuted by the local people for years because they considered it sort of some sort of devil creature because of its big eyes and it came out at night. And so now there's very few places you can see them. Now we went to the second best place in the world to see them. There is only one better place, which is another island off the coast of Madagascar, a bit further south, where there's an eye reserve. We went to the second best place to see them, which is Nosey Mangabe, which is a nature reserve. It has eyes. We went with the best guide in the area. We spent 3 days there. We didn't see a single one. We did see a boa constrictor, which was very out of season. We shouldn't have seen that. Julian was really impressed with being able to see that because he's well into snakes. We did see other lemurs. We saw a wealth of different lizards and geckos and chameleons. Got some good photos of chameleons from Nosey Mangabe. When we'd gone out there, we'd hired a boat, and there was us and these 2 Americans who were also sort of going to do it. And we were going to go across the bay into the rainforest, spend a night there, then come back to Nosey Mangabe, spend a night there, and then come back to the mainland. That was the original plan. That fell through. We were a bit late getting away because there was no petrol. So we sat in this cafe thing near the boat dock place drinking extortionately priced coffees and milkshakes. It was like the swankiest place for hundreds of miles. It was funny. And we sat there for hours waiting for petrol. The only petrol was like, hundreds of dollars a litre or hundreds of Malagasy francs a litre, way much more. It was like something like 9-10 US dollars a litre if we wanted it like there and then. It was like ridiculous. So by the time we set off, the wind had got up. So we were all right to begin with because we were in the lee of Nosey Mangabe. And then we came out the other side of it and the waves got quite big. And the smiling guy at the front of the boat stopped smiling, turned around and sat down. So we turned around and we had a quick confab and we were like, right, what we'll do is we'll extend our stay on the island if you like. And we were like, yeah, okay, we're cool with that, no worries. So we went there. They had these kind of like shelter type things, no walls, just sort of a roof type thing, because it's rainforest, So there was they had a roof and a hard base, and you'd sort of put your tent in there. Me and Jade brought hammocks and mosquito nets, so we slept in those. Right on this little beach, on this little cove. There was a seal. We found these game wardens came out to the island, I think on the second day, and they brought a seal which they'd found. It had been washed up, and the locals had tried to kill it to start with because it was you don't get seals around there because it's a pretty sharky area. So first the locals had been scared and tried to kill it because it looked like a dog, but it was swimming. It wasn't a dog, but it looked like a dog, so it must be a monster. Then the game wardens kind of caught it and they brought it out to the island to release there in the hope that it'd give them a fighting chance of avoiding the sharks. But yeah, we spent sort of a couple of nights walking around the rainforest, looking for eye. Didn't see it, saw snakes, saw loads of other cool stuff. It's weird, it's proper rainforest, and we had these ponchos, British Army surplus poncho things, and it would start to rain, so you'd put that on and you'd just sweat, and you'd be just as wet, but you'd be sweaty set. So you'd take the poncho off and just like let the rain wash you through. It was just hot, muggy, sweaty, and rainy, but like incredible. It was really, really cool. Yeah, really out there on the edge of it. Yeah, so we saw, like I say, chameleons. Saw some lemurs, not the eye. We saw ruffed lemurs, black and white ruffed lemurs, some little lemurs. A couple of while we were there, so this other American family came out to visit. Now the daughter was with the Peace Corps. So she was out in Madagascar doing something with them, and the parents had come over to visit. He was a colonel from a US airbase or something. And they came out to visit just for the day, just have a look around the island, And in the visitor's book, he wrote, "Yeah, very nice. It rains a lot." Oh, no shit, it's a rainforest. Of course, it rains a lot. Yeah, that was the thing. And yeah, in Madagascar, you could buy these little bottles, like a 50 milliliter water bottle. Buy that with this red rum in it. So me and Jade took a couple of those with us, and one night we just sat in under one of the shelters with some cheap pop and some rum. Got the Americans drunk. That was good. Can't for the life of me remember the names. I do have a photo of them somewhere, but yeah, never mind. So yeah, that was Nosey Mangabe. That would have been late August, after the eclipse. We were in Madagascar for 6 weeks, and that was sort of our last stop, I think. From there, we then flew down to another city, spent like a couple of hours there waiting for a flight transfer, then back to the capital, Antananarivo, and then we flew out. But yeah, Nosey Mangabe, just off Maron Setra in the northeast of Madagascar, tropical rainforest. Seen it on a couple of other documentaries and things since, so it is out there. It's in the public domain, so yeah, look it up. So yeah, stories of G, stuff that happened to me. Hope you like that. See you next time. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification button. Cheers.